there's this kind of entertaining YouTube channel called Professor of Rock, and I say kind of entertaining, damning with faint praise, I guess. It's got some interesting information if you are into popular music. If you look back with fondness at the hits of the 70s and the 80s, you would not see. I don't want to say that the host is a kiss ass or anything, but you definitely don't see him ever speaking negatively about anyone. Which is good in some ways, and I mean it's also good that he doesn't seem to be, interested in being as woke as possible. He just wants to kind of live outside the realm of wokeness. That doesn't really seem to register for him. But I was just watching. I occasionally watch videos on his channel. I was watching one the other day about the making of the song "Photograph" by Def Leppard, which I'm not a hard rock fan. I'm not a metalhead, but that is one, I think, a really good song. And it's one of those. It's a song in which there's the hard driving sound is leavened, let's just say, by just some really nice harmonies, and it has a real pop sheen to it. It's it's kind of a metal pop song. I remember once somebody describing it as melodic metal, which I kind of like. Just it's hard driving, but it's still got the really beautiful harmony parts and stuff. And it's also just an interesting song because it's a song that charts a man specifically, his longing for someone who he can't reach, who he can't get to. All I've got is a photograph. It's not enough. So and I think that's a to have this really melancholic song put in this kind of wrapping of being this hard rock anthem. That's interesting. So yeah, I like the song. But when I was listening to them talk about the making of the song, something really stuck in my craw, you might say. And it made me realize that maybe, we like to think that rock stars can relate to us, that we're or rock stars or movie stars are just like us, and they go through the same things that we do, and all of that. But then you see certain things that lets you know, maybe not so much. Let me explain what I mean. So the singer, the one who came up with the lyrics. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of the Def Leppard guys. But the one who came up with the lyrics, he's talking to the producer about the whole idea behind the song. And he says it's like, imagine there being some woman that you want to have her in your life, but you can't. And the producer says, well, why not? So, why not? That in itself sort of shows there's a beautiful woman out there. Of course she can be in your life. Why couldn't she be in your life? And the guy's answer is, because she's dead. In their formulations, their mental formulations, the only way you can't be with someone you want to be with, the only way you could yearn for somebody whom you can't have, is if she's dead. Because if she were alive, then of course you could be with her. Of course you could. You're a rock star making millions of dollars a year. You're a celebrity. Why wouldn't she want to be with you? It's just, I don't know. It was a small thing, but it really, it was. I'm not going to say it was a black pilling moment because you know how I feel about that term, but it was one of those times where you think to yourself, you know, maybe the rich and famous are not just like you and me, you know. Now, this is not to cast aspersions on the song. I still like the song just as much as ever, and I still think that, you know, one can apply it to one's own life in a way that makes sense to the everyman, let us say, which is to say, you can't have her because she's I don't know, according to the world, she's out of your league. I'm not saying anybody is out of anybody's league. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not a believer in those kinds of hierarchies. I think we all have value, whether we're beautiful or ugly, or whether we're rich or poor. You know. So I'm not saying anything like that, but I am saying the way the world thinks, and the way that you know, if you find yourself as an average man attracted to a beautiful woman, you know, well, why couldn't you have? Like the producer says, well, what do you mean? Why couldn't he have her? And it's like, and the rock star says, because she's dead. Because she's dead. I don't know. It didn't tickle me this much at the time, but relating it now, it just shows this you know, the story of the rich man, you know, being taken down to hell, the parable, and then the poor man, Lazarus, in the bosom of Abraham, and he's saying the rich man is suffering in hell because he had been totally indifferent to Lazarus's suffering throughout his whole life. He says, please, Abraham, could you please just send me a drop of water you know, for my parched tongue? And Abraham says, nope, can't do it. There's a shield between us that you know, cannot be traversed. There's something between the realm of where I am and the realm of where you are down there in hell that cannot be traversed. Same applies here. Same idea applies here. There's something with this producer and this you know, the singer of Def Leppard. They can't conceive of the guy not being able to get the girl unless she's dead. That's that just shows that there's a wall of separation there between them and us. Anyway, that just sort of struck me as funny, and I wanted to share it. Thanks for watching.